I'm back. It is me, Denny Down Bad. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna end up pretty much just summarizing Apex Legends' newest LTM that is currently out for the beginning of Season 20 of Apex Legends, Straight Shot. Summary, basically overall, it's streamlined trios. Everything's a bit faster, a bit more compact. As you can see at the bottom, it says waiting for 27 out of 30 players. So there's really only 30 players in matches, less squads. But to placate that, you know, the ring moves faster, I believe. Hopefully I go over everything about Straight Shot in this video, which I should have no problem doing. But I guess we'll start off kinda at the beginning right here. I mean, there's nothing too different, you know, pick your legend, whatever. But right here is where it's different, as it says faster trios with streamlined looting and weapons. So basically, you're dropped into a random POI of whatever map is in rotation. And here's the thing, usually there's one other team, you know, in the same POI as you, so you're going to get a fight. As you can see on the mini map, there's a red circle also that tells you where the enemy may have landed somewhere near there. And the looting, obviously, well, not obviously, but you know, the looting, kitted weapons. Most of the weapons are kitted somewhat, you know, different rarities. You know, like I picked up a legendary alternator. In this game in particular, I was kind of pretty slow getting into fights. Like I was just pretty much playing with my brain turned off. But then again, I have an Apex Predator Pathfinder on my team, so I don't think I should have been too worried. And if not, you know, other teammate had him. But yeah, the loot is streamlined, faster looting. Not a lot of squads, and I think the ring may be faster as well, or at least the countdown for it. But I will say that mid-game, I feel like mid-game, it's really slow mid-game when playing this mode. Beginning and end game, like beginning you're gonna need to fight because one of the squad is landing where you're at. You're probably gonna have to fight them. And obviously end game is end game. You know, you're gonna be fighting at least the last squad, if there is a last squad. But mid game is probably where this suffers the most, because once again, not so many squads, and you know, given that there's a big map like Storm Point, it's still a big map. So obviously it's not going to be, you're not going to find as many squads. But on the bright side, there shouldn't be as many third parties unless it's like end game and there's literally only 3 squads left. But the streamlined looting, I think that it's fine, it's good. I think it's good. You're not going to be running around looking for a whole buttload of attachments, like, you know, whatever rarity gun, you'll have that stock, you'll have that extended mag. The only type of loot you'll be looting for is meds, medical items like med kits and shield bats, and probably a couple sites that you may prefer over others. That's about it. And you know, if a care package drop, you know, get that Kraber, get that Eva 8, get that Wingman, whatever. But I do like this mode a lot. It's very streamlined, and I think this LTM will be coming back in the future, if it even leaves at all. You know, it'll probably come back. It's not gone now, but you know, it'll probably come back, and maybe a few features from this that I'll get into near the end of the video. Maybe those will find its way in the trios. You know, remember how Hero Shields was an LTM back then, or part of an LTM, and it made its way into the main freaking game. So, yeah. I feel like this is a good warm-up mode, or a good mode for newer players. Obviously, I've seen tons of new players on this in this mode. You know, for good and for bad. But new players are new players, and I feel like this is the type of mode. Outside of the mixtape mode, this is the type of mode you'd want new players to play. So get acclimated with a little bit faster version of trios if they feel like regular trios is a bit too slow. Get familiar with some of the guns in the game. If you know they forego the firing range, you know, throw them in this, tell them to pick up whatever kitted gun, and you know, trial by fire. So I do like this mode for that. As you can see, we're already at round 2, so I do think the ring does close faster. I think the countdown timers are a bit faster. And this is what I said about mid game. There's 5 squads left, 14 people. But you know, sometimes mid game can be alright. Sometimes mid game can be the slowest thing possible. Like I said, it's not even really about Storm Point as a map. It's really because we have legends that can move around the maps easy now, especially with. I feel like I regurgitate this point over and over again. You know, we should be moving around the map faster than the tools that we have. But sometimes us as players, we don't take advantage of that. And I really do like this mode. Is it my favorite LTM? No, I don't think it's my favorite. Depending on what you consider what's an LTM, or what, going back to all the former LTMs, which one's which. Yeah, but it's definitely up there. I do like it. Whenever I wanna play trios, but I don't wanna go through hot dropping and dying, because you kind of can't hot drop in this game mode. You know, you get that POI, and sometimes you'll get a really crappy POI, which kind of sucks. But I feel like that's a bit few and far between, especially depending on some of the maps that are in rotation. Some of them don't have bad POIs at all. So you know, get a POI, get to fight a squad early off rip, and you can do whatever from there on out. I like it over regular trios. Obviously, like I said, you can't just hot drop and die. World Edge fragment players. You can't. You don't do that. And once again, I'm kind of holding off talking about one of the more major features. The one feature that I think will end up making it. The one feature I hope ends up making it into like regular trios. It's pretty much re-queuing, you know, queuing up after your match is ended. You know, instead of having to go back to the lobby and sit there and kind of, you know, ready up again, and it just re-queues for you. So that's the one. The one feature or addition I hope will make it into the regular game or regular trios or whatever. Basically, pretty much what every other battle royale pretty much has, being able to queue up without having to get sent all the way back to the lobby. So yeah, that's the one feature I was talking about. You'll see it in action later on, but right now round 3 is already closing, so I do think the ring does close faster. But yeah, I'm satisfied with this LTM. I think it's a good LTM. If it does ever leave, since this is an LTM, I think it'll come back. But in terms of this game right here, it was a pretty good one, pretty alright game, I thought. Given how I started the game, I'm actually even surprised I even got 1 kill. Let's go this way. You know, I was pretty much playing with my brain off until mid game, which mid game pretty much. I think we should move that way. the game pretty much wasn't anything notable either. So last three squads right here. I think we either end up third partying, or either we end up getting third partied and kind of turn the tables right here. I think we just end up running into a squad, and I just end up using Sheila right here. Rampart may have some of my funnest abilities in my opinion, due to the fact that you can make Sheila feel like, you know, a quick and deadly ult. Like, I'm glad her abilities does that. Well, her perks actually. The perk upgrades you can get. My aim is not the greatest. I think I'm getting better with Sheila, especially if I get her, you know, level 3 perk. I end up making a mistake here. I end up jumping down and jumping off when I could have just easily taken that person out. Oh, and they also just so happened to be the last person, so this game was fairly quick. I don't think it'd take us too long. Like look, I'm not even, pretty much not even a part of the final fight. So yeah, I really like this LTM a lot. It's one of my, it's gonna be a well-liked LTM, and I hope the community likes it as well, 'cause I haven't seen or heard any negative connotation surrounding this LTM, outside of probably new players trying it, but obviously new players need something to play. So right there, get the W. And right here we'll see the feature I hope will be included in the main game, or regular trios or duos or whatever. And it's, you know, requeuing. Now I could have pressed up on the D-pad to just straight up requeue and it would put me back in the queue, but I thought about returning to the lobby. But you know, I don't end up doing that. So it gives you the option, if you go to lobby, say hold exit, but I end up requeuing. And boom, it just throws you back into matchmaking. So I really like that feature a lot. You don't understand how big a quality, would this be considered a quality of life feature? I think it does, and I like it a lot. I think hopefully it will be implemented. But 860 damage is nothing to be ashamed of, especially in the game in this mode, so I end up liking it. So yeah, that was pretty much, I guess I'll show this last game right here. Spoiler alert, I think we end up getting rolled really quick, which is why I kind of included it. It's not long. But yeah, big LTM. It's honestly, see, someone like me wouldn't have thought of an LTM like this, but creative wise, it was probably one of the first things on the table when going over LTMs in the creative process. So I guess I have to come in respawn for thinking of an LTM like this, you know, something that appeals to newer and casual players. I think that's one thing I didn't get into. Those loot ticks you get at the beginning, they'll give you a white gun, like 3 random white guns, but 3 to 4. But here's the thing, you don't have ammo for them. You actually gotta look for ammo. So if the loot tick also dropped ammo for you with those guns, they might be more viable to pick up. But more than likely, the looting you're gonna be doing is out of crates and bins and buildings, not through those beginning loot ticks, which I guess would be a last ditch effort, you know. But clearly, since they're there in the beginning, they will be there to, you know, start you off. So I kind of don't get it. But excuse me, I've been yawning throughout this recording. It's about 11:30 in the morning. 11:30 at night. Jeez, man. So I apologize once again. But yeah, really like this LTM. Speaking of LTMs, I think 3 strikes LTM will be coming back this season. I could make a video on that from last season. Like, I got one 3 strikes video from last season still left over. I could make a video on that. I don't know if I will. I got a lot more. We got plenty of season 20 content to talk about, so I don't know. But yeah. Oh, another feature I almost forgot. When you go down and you get killed, you don't have to go and pick up people's banners in this mode. They're automatically given to you. So you don't have to go to the crafter, you don't have to pick up a banner, nothing. No, you can just go straight to the respawn beacon. That's also another thing in this mode. They made respawning a bit easier instead of it more being like a suicide mission in other modes. But yeah, new LTM, straight shot. I love it. I like it. I'm glad that it's here. But yeah, that's it. That's been me. I'm Didn't Down Bad. Hopefully I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.
This is where it ends.